Hi Taurus, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome to your zodiac reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for being here to watch the video, and I hope you're doing well. Let's find out from Archangel Michael what your past, near or far, present energy, and near future energies are. Okay. For Taurus, please, Archangel Michael. Past. We have roadblock. Okay, blocked change. I'll read that in just a moment. Pardon me. And then we have well. All right. Deeper meaning. Yeah, true feelings and so forth. And near future, birdcage. Wow, possessive, codependent, Klingon, restless, so forth and so on. All right, that doesn't look too promising. Let's see. Maybe you're letting go of that energy. Let's see. Roadblock. For the past. Blocked change. Blocked change. Barriers, challenges, time to regroup. Stuck, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback. Take a detour, not right now. First step forward, second step, or one step forward, two steps back. Okay. So something was kind of like a false start, and something got in the way, and it had to be, temporarily stuck or stalled. Near or present energy is the well. Deeper meaning, community, hidden emotions, nourishing, social resources, true feelings, support, savings, perception, sustenance, looking deeper, provided for, and conscious. So you might be looking deeper into the situation as to why things didn't get off the ground with this situation or person. And there's also be that you got certain thoughts and feelings about it that you haven't shared. Birdcage, possessive, codependent, cling, restless, oblivious. Okay, before I even go any further, Archangel Michael gave me the impression that there was something of a relationship that you wanted to, Taurus, you wanted to get off the ground, but something got in the way. Okay, so there was setbacks, challenges, obstacles, barriers, people, another relationship, the way they behaved or the way they truly felt about something that you are thinking about quite more now, giving it a good think with the well, going deep in the why. Why is this not working out? And realizing then somewhere down the road, you're realizing that this would not have been a good relationship to be in, or a good situation to be in, because it would have been reckless. It could have been very confining to you. The person might have been very jealous with you, making you feel like you're trapped in their ways, behaviors and stuff that you couldn't possibly get away from them if you decided to agree to be in a relationship with them. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like a business relationship or something like that. Any kind of agreement that you have with somebody. It could be that you're trying to get into an agreement with somebody who is a drug dealer, but you don't realize it at the time. And they kind of pull you into their web kind of thing, and for one reason or another, the two of you just haven't been able to seem to come together without other things getting between, other people getting dates, like time, it's the wrong time of day, or it's like you make an agreement or you make a date with them to meet, and something else comes up that you can't meet with them, or they can't meet with you, and like you might have to go to work that day that you thought you were going to have off, and it turns around it wasn't going to be that way. Or maybe if you have kids, when the kids got sick, you had to take them to the doctor. Whatever it could be, kept getting in the way of the two of you coming coming together and therefore developing feelings for this person, and then realizing that at some point in time you start realizing that you feel trapped by this person, and perhaps they're even preying on you, like, because it says predator here, preying on you. You feel restless in the relationship, you feel possessed in the relationship, like you're a possession to them. They're codependent on you, they cling to you, so forth and so on. And this is when you realize that they're a drug user or they're a drug dealer or something like that. You know, something that it makes you very afraid, thinking that you made the wrong choice. We've got the Two of Wands here with the 2 staircases. Wow. So with this card here, it's like you've got 2 roads to take, 2 paths to take, and neither one is any better than the other. So it's just a matter that you have an option. You had an option to make a decision to do something else, to go a different direction. You had the option. So it's like this road might have been blocked, because the reason why one isn't any better than the other is because everything has its potential for a lesson learned from whatever choice we make at the time. So if we choose to do something, even though we might be getting red flags from our intuition, or people are telling us, I really don't think that you should get involved with this person or in that situation. I don't, it kind of scares me that you are even thinking about doing something like this, or somehow they give me a bad vibe. This person, your friend's telling you, I get a bad vibe around them, and you're saying, oh, nonsense, that's nothing. They're just kind of like, they're shy, this, that, and the other thing. So you make excuses for them. But so you go that direction with this person. You're going to learn from, you have the potential to learn from the choice you made to be with somebody that maybe your intuition was screaming at you, telling you that this is not a good idea. So you learn the lesson that being a little bit more discerning about people and maybe the situation that you might be getting yourself involved in, you're going to do a little bit more due diligence, like research, find out more about it before you sign on the dotted line, saying that you agree to be involved in whatever way, whether you have to sign it or not. Same with work, if it's a job, that kind of thing. Is the job really, is it above board? Is it legal? Or is this going to come back and bite me on the butt? So if you make a decision that you choose to be with something, do something, get involved with something, and you see some red flags, but you've chosen to kind of ignore them, Taurus, you've heard from other people, and maybe you've read reviews, and sometimes I buy something, and even if the review is bad, I still buy it because I want it, right? So, and then chances are I'm likely going to be sorry because the review said, don't buy this. And I did anyways. But that's the thing. We learn our lesson. We get opportunities. We actually make opportunities for us to kind of knock ourselves on the head, like knock, knock, knock. Are you in there? Are you in there? Really, are you in there? Because it seems like you're making decisions from really kind of like with your head stuck in a hole in the ground, not wanting to really see that the flags are out there waving around, and yet you did anyway. So you're going to suffer the consequences, right? And then you grow. You have the opportunity. It doesn't mean we always do. But you have the opportunity to grow from it and say, I've learned some valuable lessons from this, and I will not enter into something like this ever again with this person doing these kind of things, whatever, ever again, without some careful consideration and talking to other people and actually listening to them and taking their reviews seriously, kind of thing, right? Or if you go the other way, away from that concerning situation, you're still going to be you're going to be questioning yourself. Should I have given that person more time of my day, more time from my day? Should I have really decided to at least try this situation out, try the the venture out, try whatever out. Should I at least given it a shot? You're going to be having questions about that. And you're in whatever, because obviously if you're not going to do this, you're going to do something else. So whatever it is that you're going to be doing that's not anything to do with that, it's still going to have its own life's lessons and challenges to overcome and to learn, have the potential to learn from, right? It's going to give you the opportunity to think deeper. To think deeper, which is what you're doing right now. You're thinking more deeply about things, seeing how you truly feel about the person or the venture or the situation that you said no to, if that's what you have decided to do, or how you really feel about being involved with this instead of that, and what's the meaning behind it? Like, why did I have this experience, and I'm suffering these consequences now? What was that all about? You're asking the meaning of life, right? Kind of thing. What is it all about? Those life lessons, right? Or you're also thinking about how this person, this situation that you said no to, it's gonna, you're giving it some, some time and space in your head right now, thinking about how lucky you are, for example, that you kind of was able to sidestep what could have been a detrimental situation for you, a dangerous or very confusing time for you, very, time to be with somebody or a situation, organization that's going to try and possess you, to make you dependent on them, because let's say they're doing something illegal, right? And you get involved with them. Well, they're going to say, well, if you don't do this with us, or you go to the police about this, you're going to be just as much investigated as we are, because you're obviously associated with us, right? So that kind of thing. But here's the bridges. The bridges that you are finding a way to through understanding that of making meaning out of things, that understanding that is going to help you see, Taurus, what it was you actually escaped, what it was you actually avoided. It's good. This deep thinking about, irregardless of what path you went, you're going to be able to look back at the situation that had all these roadblocks on it. And if you did decide to go that direction, you're suffering some consequences. If you didn't and you went the other way, you're still looking back and saying, oh, I got out on the skin of my teeth because look what's going on. You might be hearing something in the news, or you just hearing about things or seeing things directly about what this person was involved in that you didn't get involved with, that sort of thing. So you found a bridge between looking at things of how you were potentially in a bad place with that situation, or you were in a bad place with that situation, and how they were able to gain control over you, have something hanging over your head, and how that is affecting your life right now, and when we got change. So now that is all about change. You have changed as a result of this situation. You have changed. You've grown. And changes are coming about because whatever you've been given time, to take up rent in your head, by thinking about something deeper, truly figuring out what's going on, and finding the meaning from, connecting the dots from A to B, and then what A and B ended up being C, that kind of thing. Connecting the dots that you were able to say, either you were in the situation, you're thinking about how you need to get out of it, you're suffering some consequences, and you're seeing how you have been possessed by the situation, by a person, whatever, that they're codependent on you, they're clinging to you, you feel like a hostage, you feel like they're preying on you. You feel trapped. They're jealous a lot. They just want dominion over your time and energy, and your status, right? Marital status or single status. That it's time for you to make change. It's time to change. That's in the near future. Time to change. Or if you didn't take that direction and you're not suffering those consequences, but you're thinking about it now and saying, holy cow, look what I managed, because you're learning something. I managed to be able to get out of it by the skin of my teeth. And I understand why it happened, because, I maybe been too impulsive in my life and too trustworthy of other people in my life, Taurus, that kind of thing. That you're able to say, it's time for me to be different and more discerning in my life. Change is needed from within me and the way I operate in my life. All right, so I hope that was clear. All right, Archangel Michael, what major arcana? I felt this one, the Star. We're looking at a wish come true. A wish has been granted. So you have been saved by the situation you did or did not put yourself in. You've been saved because you decided to go deeper into what was the purpose of this. You had an opportunity, but you said no to it. Or you had an opportunity to do something or be in a relationship with somebody, and you said yes to it, and now you're suffering the consequences, what I said. If you decided no, you got out by the skin of your teeth, then you'll be doubting, you'll have thoughts of doubting your decision and this and that until you start learning more about the situation. And that's where you're going to say, I knew it. The High Priestess. You're going to say, I knew it. I knew it. The flags were there. I knew it. And I was trying to deny the warnings and to avoid seeing them, because I just, like me with my Amazon, the reviews on Amazon, and I still ordered it anyways because I wanted it. That's being impulsive, reckless, so it is like you knew it better. You heard from friends and other people that person, they think they seen them doing drugs, dealing drugs somewhere, or they heard from somebody who told them that kind of thing. So you seen it. It was intuitive to you that whatever wish you wanted granted, whatever wish you wanted to experience, because the well is also like a wishing well, it would be granted by the divine, irregardless, because you have free will. We all have free will. But you knew that this was not so much of a true, like the type of wish that we want. When we have a wish to be granted, it's something that we feel is going to be good for us. It's going to be right for us, and everything's going to be great after that, right? Because we don't necessarily realize, because we're not watching the red flags with the intuition, right? The intuition, the High Priestess. So secrets are being revealed to you right now, the High Priestess, because High Priestess keeps secrets. There's things being revealed now, and you are seeing that you have been basically saved, because there's a balance between what is right and what's wrong, and you're realizing what was wrong with that situation, and the divine is offering you the opportunity to heal right now by making meaning of it, by connecting those dots with the bridge from here to here, and seeing how bad it ended up being for you if you said yes to it. If you said no to it, you're seeing how you really did get out by the skin of your teeth. You avoided being with somebody or an organization or situation where you're going to feel trapped and preyed on, kind of thing. All right? So let's get some more from Tarot. All right, Archangel Michael, very interesting. Let's see what Taurus, tell us more about Taurus in this story, please. Thank you. That one wants to come out. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Are we looking at this from, let's see, awareness and insight? Yeah, this is a lack of ideas. Okay, we're looking at it the right way up. So you had, so from what I'm seeing here, is that maybe not for all of you, but for maybe half of you, or who knows how many, that you had gained some awareness and insight about the situation that you decided not to. You said thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I don't want to be in any kind of venture or be in any organization or associated with this, that, or the other thing. You said no to it, so because you had actually developed some awareness and insight, maybe through other people or just something through what you've seen yourself. There was an epiphany, possibly. There's some clarity. You became decisive and you communicated your concerns and ideas. You brought focus to it and you sought the truth. You sought the truth. Sought the truth about what this could mean to you if you were to say yes. You sought the truth. You weren't going to be completely clear on what that meant to you if you were to have said yes to it at this point in time. So then we have the Seven of Cups. There's the, many possibilities, right? Options. Seven of Cups is, you got options this way or that way, and there could have been other options for you to consider, but being unclear, maybe being a bit confused, seeing it's real. It's an illusion, right? You're looking at it and you want something like I do with Amazon. The illusion is that I'm going to be happy, everything's going to be good, I'm going to ignore the red flags and so forth and so on. I'm going to deny that this can't possibly be good for me. I'm going to deny that thought. Lacking focus, wishfulness, shiny object syndrome, wild imagination, because it was a shiny object that we're very attracted to and drawn to. Four of Cups. So now self-serving disinterest with missed opportunities, like I said before. If you did decide not to go, you said no to that, you went this other way, you're going to have some moments of, did I do the right thing? Am I missing out on something? Am I doubting, you're doubting your decision, which is the missed opportunities, being bored, dissatisfied, unmotivated, depressed, reluctant, and weary. So that's the Four of Cups energy here. So at that point in time, sitting in the energy of thinking about what decision you've just made to either have gone along with it or not. If you didn't go along with it, you're thinking, should I have gone along with it? Did I maybe say no too soon? That kind of thing. And if you had decided to go with it, you could be looking at it now and saying, I'm very dissatisfied. I'm very unmotivated and reluctant to go any deeper with this person on this direction, on this path, going that way. I'm very reluctant. I'm starting to see the red flags that I ignored before, and how I wished for it and it was granted, because whatever we want, if there's a lesson for it in us to learn that we need to learn yet, the universe is going to grant it, whether it hurts us or not. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Coins. So it's a new beginning because you're connecting the dots, you're seeing the purpose, the meaning behind it, and you really you're getting it. It's like, I realize this, that I've learned so much about myself, the way I operate in my life, by having been through this experience. I'm realizing that I can be impulsive, I can be reckless, I can be overindulgent at times, Taurus. I can be a little bit bullheaded, Taurus. I can be only wanting my truth and no one else's truth, kind of thing. So the Ace of Coins is the new beginning. It's an offer that flourishing, meeting someone new, stable, secure, abundant for you. Really bright. Your future looks bright. And you've got the Nine of Coins, which is Nine of Pentacles, and it's rewards of your labor, rewards of you taking the time to connect the dots, making meaning and purpose of what happened, about how you either escaped being controlled, or you engaged in it and we're controlled. But you are taking some serious time now to think how you're going to be able to get yourself out of it. And by making meaning and connecting the dots, gives you an opportunity to be able to take consideration and reconsider your other options. So we have rewards of your labor, status, abundance, self-sufficient, sophistication on your own, taking it easy, maturation, fulfillment, and freedom. See, you're going to be freeing yourself from what was otherwise you in the bird cage, right? So you're the one who's trapped in those circumstances, that situation, that relationship. So you may be looking at freeing yourself from that by going out alone, going out on it alone. Of course, you're probably going to be seeking help from others, but that card's not out here yet. But we could just surmise that, because change is needed. We have the Lovers. There's a decision. It's a choice, a different choice to make. The Lovers is union, is connections, relationships, alignment, openness, romance, harmony, choices, duality, and love. So you are going to be, what it says, meeting someone new who is not going to be a threat to your well-being and your freedom. In the winter, possibly, the winter solstice. And look who we got here, the Emperor. Wow. So we've got the Emperor on your path. Someone who is going to be taking charge, does take charge of their own life, but helping you to teach you how to take charge of your life by being a lot more discerning and, controlling your own, our own impulsiveness, right? Controlling, because the Emperor is an emperor because they have figured out how to balance their energy so that they're not over-controlling and they're not under-controlling. They are a leader, they're confident, and they are someone who has attracted a lot of goodness into their life by being discerning, and they have been, they've conquered what they've needed to conquer within themselves and without themselves, on the outside with others, and they don't back down. They don't back down to a challenge. They take that as something meaningful to them. They make meaning of things, and an Emperor is the energy of someone who is, they're the leader of an empire kind of thing. They're there to help grow the community. They're there to help lead the way to success and victory. Abundance, prosperity, right? Now, this could also be you, developing your skills as a result of something like this happening to you into Emperor energy. But it's like we're talking about the winter solstice here, so you're going to be, it says, find the light within. Timing is a year or more, that tie up loose ends, validate your feelings, and hibernate in winter. So it could take a while before you're able to really let that energy of the situation go, having learned a major life lesson from it, that you needed to boss up, take charge, and take control of your own life, like your choices, your decisions in life. And love yourself. Love yourself enough to say, I am going to make sure I listen to my intuition whenever I meet another person, or get another opportunity to be involved or associate with a venture, business deal, whatever it is, right, to you. I'm going to just be more discerning. I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to do research. If it's a person that I want to be in a relationship with, I'm going to be talking to their friends, talking to my friends about them, just dating them to a point where it's more on the low, where you, as they say nowadays, I'm talking to them, I'm talking to this person. You're not committing to them. You're just going to feel them out and try and get to know them as best you can without that kind of commitment, the heart commitment, and moving in with them and all this sort of stuff. You're going to keep your own space so that you never feel trapped again or have that potential for that. So wow, this is amazing reading, guys. It's like a major life lesson reading. I hope not too many of you have had to deal with this, but in any case, I say bravo to you that you've been able to give it a good think and see what the meaning and purpose of this was, connecting the dots so that you could get yourself, make some major changes and get yourself into a better place where you're thinking more clearly, you're more confident about your decision-making processes, and you know now what red flags you should be, definitely be paying attention to if they were to pop up again in a relationship or anything else. So that's great. Talk to you guys next time. Take care of yourself and best of luck. Bye.